Hello my friends, and welcome back to the studio. David Kessler here, and today I want to start a series of videos reviewing some materials that we use in acrylic painting. Today I'm going to start with Golden Artist Colors. This is one of the brands of paint that I use. I use a Golden heavy body paint. A little bit about Golden: they're located in New Berlin, New York. Their roots with Sam Golden go back to the 1930s when he joined up with another painting company, and then later founded Golden Artist Colors in 1980. And since then they've become one of the leading manufacturers of paint in the world. They have watercolor paint, oil paint, and acrylic paint. Now I use the heavy body paint. Now what does that mean, heavy body? That means it's a thick paint. It's not pourable, not a pourable consistency, but very thick, heavy body. They also make fluid acrylic colors, high flow colors, which is more like an ink sort of a thing, right? They also have gels and mediums and, gesso and all sorts of things that relate to and can be used with acrylic paint. I choose the heavy body because I like the thickness of it. Lots of times in my paintings I like to use thick paint in some areas to draw attention to those areas, and then thinner paint in some other areas. So this heavy body paint is easy to use in a thick manner to attract attention to, say, a center of interest or some other part of the painting that you want to have people look at. I typically buy my paint in this 32-ounce jar, and then I convert it or pour it into these smaller containers, which is a 16-ounce, which I take with me when I travel to workshops all over the country. I find Golden paint to be, amazing. I mean, the colors are beautiful. The pigment load is high. You can get great mixes. They have high tinting strength when white is added. I like the consistency of the thick body paint. I really don't have anything bad to say at all about the paint. I've used it now for close to 10 years, and it's my favorite paint. I mean, no question about it. It's my favorite acrylic paint. Now they don't. I use other brands of paint too. So Golden doesn't give me all the colors that I want, so I get those from another manufacturer. We'll talk about that in another video. But I very, very much love their paint, and certainly would recommend that to any other artists out there looking for a brand. Now Golden's not going to be the least expensive brand out there. But I found that they've got a consistently high quality in the production of their paint, from lot to lot, jar to jar, shipment to shipment. It's all consistent. The colors are consistent. The consistency of the paint, the finish of the paint is all beautiful. Now, like with any other acrylic paint, some of the paints are a matte finish. Overall, I'd say they're mostly a matte finish. Some of the other paints, like quinacridone magenta and dioxazine purple, have a very high gloss finished look to the paint, which I absolutely love in the finished work. So it depends on, the particular color that you're using, what the finish is. But overall, like most all acrylic paints, the overall effect is a matte finish, right? Now, if you want something other than a matte finish, obviously you can finish it with varnish. You can mix it with gloss mediums, any kind of thing like that you want to do. I often get the question, do you use mediums of any kind with your work? Do you do varnishing and all that sort of stuff? And we've talked about that in other videos. Number one, no, I don't do any varnishing in my work. Number two, I don't really use any mediums. I'm a very basic painter, right? I don't do a lot of techniques. I use a brush and paint. That's pretty much it. But if you like, adding mediums, I mean, there's all kinds of stuff. Golden probably makes more additives and mediums to use with acrylic paint than any other manufacturer. I personally don't use any of that stuff, so I can't comment on it one way or another. But you should experiment with it if that's something that you want to do. But I highly recommend Golden Paint. Remember, it's Golden Artist Colors. You search for Golden Artist Colors when you're on the internet searching for their paint, and there's plenty of retail outlets that sell Golden Paint. There's plenty of them online, as well as probably in your local community. So I hope this helps you. Right? If you're interested in learning more about paint or how to use paint to make beautiful, colorful, expressive abstract paintings, then be sure to check out my list of workshops and sign up for one that's in a place near you, or it doesn't have to be near you. It can be anywhere across the country that I teach. And I hope this was helpful for you, and I look forward to seeing you at a workshop. Thanks.